Oh, my stars and garters. It is 9:13 p.m. It's really too late for me to do a video. I've been working on my website all day long. Let me show you that real quick. www.voleverse.com and open up. And there it is, Voleverse. This is my website. 1,000 pages or GTFO, baby. I even had a recent blog post. I've got links to several of my web comics you can watch. You can read the whole thing online if it'll open. Does it not open? Oh, maybe not. Wait, does it just show page 1.jpg, page 2.jpg? These will eventually open, I'm assuming. Gosh. Could it be that broken? Let's try this one. Comet the Duck. Yeah, that's the same deal. All right, well, maybe I haven't solved this website issue. A lot of other stuff going on. Dungeon 23 still going on. I am on room 4. Room 4 is a chapel. Chapel of Nurgle or Temple of Nurgle. Corresponds roughly to this room right here, number 4, for December 4, or January 4th. And it's like a little chapel, and it's got this evil priest in it, along with several skeletons. Having a lot of fun with Dungeon 23 so far, and I've been keeping up with it. Other stuff. What else is going on? Well, I could just tell you a little bit. I got some comics. I got some of the old Atlas comics. If you don't know what Atlas comics are, this was a weird failed experiment by some ex-Marvel, not exactly ex-Marvel. Every one of these guys still ended up working for Marvel, but a lot of Marvel greats from the 70s sort of put together a competing company for a second. It lasted 3 months. This is a real Marvel. This is Liberty. This is Marvel Premiere number something or other. Can't remember. Number 30. And it has the Liberty Legion, but it has this is a Jack Kirby cover. I forgot who's on this. This is Man Monster. Well, I couldn't tell you who that is. This is another Marvel premiere. I think this is 32. Yeah, and Monarch Starstalker. This is before Star Wars. Um, Savage science fantasy. I'm ready to check it out. I'm interested. Another Atlas, Morlock 2001 and the Midnight Men. Morlock was basically like their Hulk clone, I think, or something. Scorpion, this is early Howard Chaykin. This character gets brought back as Dominic Fortune. One of my favorite Marvel characters. Howard Chaykin could really do this thing with the high-waisted pants that like nobody else could do. Very groovy. Phoenix, don't know much about him. This art style looks very familiar. That looks like Joe Staton. I'm not sure. I'm going to go look it up. Oh, I got another Marvel premiere. Manwolf. I love Manwolf. So Manwolf is great because ripped from the pages of Spider-Man. J. Jonah Jameson. The art is Sal Amendola, who I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is at all. But I'm excited to check it out. Excited to check it out. That doesn't look like Joe Staton's E-Man to you? I wonder. I'll have to look up who this other cartoonist is. But Manwolf, he's J. Jonah Jameson's son who becomes an astronaut. He goes to the moon and he gets some kind of werewolfism. He becomes Manwolf, but they immediately turn it into, yes, once again, science fantasy. So, um, he ends up in this sort of John Carter sort of situation. He's a werewolf wearing armor, carrying a sword. It's all totally badass. This is my kind of comic. All right, well, anyways, let's move on. Uh, Today, I also started, and I don't have it, but I will show it tomorrow or Friday. Let me try one more time with Eden here. I'm very pissed that it's not showing these plates here. You motherfucker. All right. Um, I had been having this conversation with my mom, and then it came up in some other context as well about Tarzan. We are both big fans of Tarzan. I'll tell you what. And um, Tarzan happens to be in the public domain at this point, and I thought, wouldn't it be cool to do a Tarzan story? And I was telling somebody about I want to do a Tarzan story this year. And so today, while I was at work, I had the opportunity, and I drew 3 pages of a Tarzan story called I called it Tarzan in the Jungle of Demons. And basically, Tarzan is swinging through the forest when he senses something evil in the jungle tonight, and he um, goes to this. He's somehow drawn to this abandoned ruins of a temple, and a cult is there, and they're about to perform some kind of unholy ritual that brings that to bring about demons, and they've got a human sacrifice and everything. And then Tarzan, of course, is gonna get involved. That's about as far as I drew, but a lot of fun drawing those jungle environments. I must say. I must say. All right. Some of these panels are going to be impossible to draw. This one, you can see I've already started on the Wonderland there. I don't mean it's really going to be impossible. I just mean it's going to be very intricate. This is Brillig. Brillig is a almost like a D&D type of comic, based on one of my own characters, and it's also based on the Jabberwock. Brillig is a barbarian, and he is cursed by the gods. It's actually the bird goddess. I've actually even drawn another page. It's the first page I drew in 2023, so there it is. And the bird goddess, you can see her a little bit there. She's mad at him because he plundered her final temple. Her memory is fading from the mortal realm, and she can't even send, a priest or an assassin or something to kill Brillig. So she's been cursing him by sending him through this nightmare void, but he keeps beating the nightmare void. So, as a last resort, as a final punishment, she curses him to, instead of going through the nightmare zone, which he does, he goes to Wonderland. And Wonderland is, of course, connected to the world of dreams, right? And just to reiterate where we started this story, no, not this page, it's the one I just finished. Brillig started this story by falling down a great expanse. This is very Alice in Wonderland, right? So he falls down this thing. He's encountered the slithy toves, and then he's also encountered a mome wrath. The mome wrath's Algrabe, and that's before he ends up in the Hall of Books. It's like the bookshelf hall that's in Alice in Wonderland, and I haven't drawn that part yet. He's got to have this conversation, I guess is how we would describe it, with. By the way, is that the pencil layer? Okay, let's put it up above that one. He's got to have this conversation with the bird goddess first to find out just why exactly is he cursed. He's kind of too dumb to get it otherwise, and that's kind of the fun of Brillig is he's a dumb guy. All right, hold on. This is the Mome Wrath that he just broke the guy's wrist to get his dagger. She's going to explain why she's doing it to him, and he's going to say something like, "Well, I didn't know it was your temple. Anyhow, if you're a goddess, why don't you just reduce me to ashes right here on the spot?" And she says, "Well, it's not that easy. We are not allowed. Immortals are not allowed to interact with mortals directly. I can't directly attack you. That's why I can only attack you through curses." And the curse in this case will be to send him to, well, first the Nightmare Void, but actually it's going to send him to Wonderland. And so that's where the whole adventure begins. And basically, we're going to adventure around in the world of Alice in Wonderland a little bit and see what happens. And it's going to be funny. There's basically, this is my shtick. My brand is all about um, the Silver Age look with humor. It's, there, I can't help but try and be funny sometimes. Um, I don't know. Maybe you don't think it's funny. Who knows? Who knows, man? That's all right though. So, anyways, this is page 4. How far along am I? This is page 5. So, dude, we're cruising. We're beginning page 5 tonight. Whoops! No, no, no! Don't delete. You son of a biscuit. This is the hard angle to do. We're basically twisting his arm into an unnatural position, and it's pinky side first, and then I'm always trying to like model with my hand, like like how is it supposed to look? Oh, okay, good. I'm gonna figure out what's wrong with my website. A little disappointing. I thought, oh, I spent all this time kind of. Well, I did a lot of trying to figure out the stupid block editor. It was very complicated. Um, Back in the day, it wasn't that complicated at all to set up WordPress and use the built-in editor. I didn't even have to use the WYSIWYG editor. I could do the um, the direct inline coding version of it. Because you had the widget system, which would say, okay, this block is here and that block is there. You know, it was not hard to figure out. Now with the blocks, it's like you can click anywhere and choose a type of block, and then you have to sort of, you know, format it for whatever. So paragraph or list element or whatever. You can't just choose, well, I think I need a blog roll. And, you know, okay, they don't have that anymore. Okay, I need a links block. Nope, they don't have that either. You just choose list and you make the things in the list into links. Which, okay, yes, that does make sense, but I don't know. It might be my browser makes it more difficult. Who knows? I can tell that I'm not going to get very far in this tonight. I'm teaching tomorrow, so I'm not going to go too far with it. This is his thumb. And oh, he's got horns too, right? So all right, now let's drop it out. Our pencil layer. How confusing is it? Usually when I get it at this point, when you look at it, you go, this is pretty amateurish with these thick lines. But then you gotta start to add details and so on and so forth. Well, the comment to Bishop today. Um, he's a young cartoonist, and he's like, I don't know if I can get my driver's license. Hard, man. I just turned 18. I don't have a driver's license. I'm like, you know that crazy Chris Chan Sonic Chew guy? That guy Not only does he have a driver's license, he has like several published comics. So if you're at this point not doing as well as Chris Chan, who right now I believe is in prison. He's in the he's in the jail. All right. I wonder which direction does our hatching have to go? I think that's how it goes. All right. Ooh, who could be texting me? I'm gonna get some nonsense arguments on Twitter about Dungeons and Dragons. They're not really truly arguments, but people are so sure that it's like, oh, Dungeons and Dragons, it just fails as a story creating engine. I would rather play something else. And it's like, yeah, definitely follow that instinct because it's not a story creating engine. All right, I don't know what I'm doing there. Is that correct? I think Critical Role has warped people's brains, warped their minds. All right. Uh, Once we get um, more of the scene together, then we can start thinking about really where the lighting is meant to be, and I can do much more hatching. Um, like there are areas that you're going to want to black out. Like I can already feel like there are areas that I want to black out, but I'm not sure if I should just yet. Oh, come on now, open her up. There we go. And with this one, this is an open back right now. I don't have much of a background, so I might fake in the cave background in front of this behind this figure. And here he's he's looking at the dagger. He says, "Is this enchanted? Is it magical at least?" And it's not. Well, it kind of is, but it's not. Um, as the demon explains, it's the metal is demon forged. So, and Brillig decides to test it out by stabbing the Malrath, and he does, and he kills him. And then he heads out to Wonderland, and then on the stairs on the way up, he is confronted by the bird goddess. Brillig, you wretched thief, honorless dog, despoiler of temples. Clearly the nightmare void is not enough of an omen for you. Oh, that was you? So, um, yeah, man, good times, good times. Brillig's going to be an A-OK fun kind of comic. I'm enjoying it so far. I feel like I've got a nice fresh wind in my sails. Um, we're all the way at 19, 20 minutes, let's say. I got to go to bed when you're old and you teach in the morning. Oof. Let's check my other shit. Yeah. So, anyways, like I said, things are going good. Dungeon 23, new comics, working on a website. Just got a full plate of activities going on. Um, so I just wish there were more hours in the day. I run out of steam. Talk to you tomorrow. Good night.